compromise of the things I say, multiplied in the back of your brain. I'm guilty and I'm wrong to the very things that I hold on to. When the vanity breaks, what's to prove anyway? But here we are, with your cannons pointed right at my heart. You said you're gonna write down my every wall, however long it takes you. You'll break down my every wall, however long it takes you. How can I deny the kind of crazy it requires of you to come my way? Or even worse, stay. You put up your fight, though you're often in your right to go and lock the gate, or get up and walk away. But here we are.
I thought it was all my imagination, but I feel lightning in my circulation. 'Cause you were as real as it gets. My heartbeat is out of my chest. My world is spinning. Tell me what's happening to me. You're what I've been missing, what I've been missing. I think you're just what I need. I love this feeling. Baby, it's better than I could imagine. I My heartbeat is out of my chest. You were as real as it gets. My heartbeat is out of my chest.
Yeah. You ready? Hey. Let's go. Back. Yo, once again I'm back around. Real shit back in style. Haters reconcile. I'm so black and proud. First class tickets now. Feet all in the eye. Everybody looking down. Everybody get red when you drown, huh? Looking me up. I'm putting it down. You picking it up. Checking the models. They want us to go to college just so we can be stuck. Go to school to make a living. Or teach yourself to make a fortune. Common sense. Welcome to the apocalypse. I'm one of the horsemen. I don't need your endorsement, I don't need reinforcement, giving you your last warning, cause I'm at my prime. Yeah. I'm at my prime. Whoa. Have I gone too far? Do you detect something different? If you look inside my head, would you say something's missing? If you could give all your riches just to say the word, would you risk it? These politicians so old, can't tell if the dead where they living. Better ask Kathy Griffin. You know I like to raise stakes. We was always taught to hit the gas, we ain't even know they made breaks. We control our own fate, watching dreams take shape. Try to keep us out, we gon' freak out, turn this water cake. I don't need your mandate, don't need you to elevate. I'm about to detonate, cause I'm at my prime. Yeah. I'm at my prime. Said I'm at my prime. We at our prime. Hey, hey, we at our prime. Yeah. I'm at my prime. Hey, hey, I'm at my prime. Whoa. Said I'm at my prime.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Reptile News. My name's Manish, and hopefully I didn't take too long. I got tied up with kids and all the lovely things that family life does to a man. Let me just get my, I've been busy on my phone as well. A few interesting bits and pieces of things happening in a few guys' collections at the moment. Interesting things hatching. And I'll switch that to silent so we don't get bothered. And I don't want to make this too long tonight. I just wanted to continue with the mission. So already I've made a few changes yesterday with all my little visualizer down at the bottom there with, sync to music. So we'll see if we can get the stream up and going. So I'll change the lighting a little bit so it's not as bright. I seem to get sunburnt in front of these lights for some reason. They might be a little bit too sharp. So please feel free to join in. I got tied into a conversation today in one of these Facebook groups about, sorry, you'll hear my kids and the normal noises of a house in the background there. So pardon all the noise. Now, sorry I'm looking everywhere. I just want to make sure the stream's doing all right. Let me just pop up the chat here so you can see what's going on. So you'll see there might be a double up there of the different streams going everywhere. Let me just switch this off as well, close it so I don't see the red line. So please feel free to join in. The topic of discussion a quick topic that I wanted to make. I'm part of a group called Advancing Herpetology or Advancing Herpetological Care. And I felt it was important to have a quick discussion. I thought, it got real heated at some stage. And I thought it was an interesting topic that they were discussing there. Somebody asked if you need to sterilize wood or plants or things when you keep a reptile. So for those of you that don't know about reptile keeping or it's just joining into the channel now, you can use when people set up naturalistic displays for the animals or for reptiles, whether it's reptiles, birds, whatever, in captivity, they tend to get a little bit excited about, pathogens and parasites and things like that might be introduced into the animal's environment. Now, I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've never had an issue with introducing pathogens by using a stick or a rock, or I'm sure you have to clean those things a little, to make sure that there's no necessary precautions when you've got a captive environment. But we're not dealing with cotton. We don't need to wrap our animals in cotton buds, I feel. Yeah, sure, there's areas in the world where you need to be careful when there are viruses around that does kill reptiles, and especially snakes. There's a few very highly contagious things around. And it's a disease up in the US that they found that's killing snakes especially. And then, of course, chytrid fungus that we've had in Australia for a few. I'm not sure if it's actually in Australia. I think it had a significant risk at one stage, and I think it still does. So they're very strict. But Australia in general is very strict about viruses and things and introducing species into the environment. So they take the very serious biosecurity. So. But I thought it was quite excessive, the amount of back to and froing, certain documents were held as evidence, and I really don't think that I think we over analyze things sometimes, and I think that there's a significant risk from anything. The same. I guess a piece of wood or a stick would pose the same type of risk as what. Any type of, if you pick up let me just quickly do something about this color. It's going into the wrong hue right up at the top here. So let me just put it down. Okay. So, and if they all pose a significant risk, and I mean, you probably get the same chance of contracting a disease if you bring something home from a nursery. I mean, we've been told that we need to disinfect and use bleach and carry on, and really, it's but I guess people are like that these days. We like to be soft and cuddly, and everything needs to be sterile, and there's no such thing as sterile. There's absolutely no such thing. Yeah, sure, if you're a doctor in a surgery, even surgeons, when they wash their hands, there's still a risk. To actually think that these animals would just contract something and die. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So now I wanted to make just a quick video. I want to see if it's different. I'm getting mixed results. I'm watching the analytics and stuff of them. I'm very analytical when it comes to social media. So the analytics have to make sense. So a long show doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good show. And I'm getting, and I know that it's very sporadic at the moment. It's it's hard to work family life around doing a podcast, and I forgot to press record again. I'm sure it will come a time, and I forgot to press record on my stream as well. As long as you guys, if you're out there, I know there's a few people watching. If you can just tell me if the sound's okay, and if if you're out there, maybe anybody has a comment or wants to discuss something. So but I thought it's interesting to raise them. I've done it for so long, and I remember as a kid, you'd grab whatever piece, you'd grab soil out of the garden, you'd grab a rock, you brush it down to get rid of some of the soil. Some people, I've heard it all over the years. Bake the thing, cook it in your oven. Sand you have to superheat and whatever. But there's bacteria that will survive, viruses that will survive at high temperatures and low temperatures. It's not necessarily there's a set rule for everything. I mean, there's stuff there's pathogens that can survive a nuclear holocaust, So, I'd just want to make sure that people get a little bit of feedback on that. I thought, I'm sure there will still be far more people only starting to wake up in the US now, so I'm sure there'll be a few more contributors to the topic. And I just wanted to make sure that you guys have a great weekend. I don't want to hold this up too long. I've got my mum over here from South Africa as well on holiday, so I don't necessarily want to spend all my free time in front of as part of a live stream. So I might just cut it short. Let me just check what. how long this has been. And we're still in the early stages, so as the year as life progresses, we'll definitely just wanted to make sure. So it's been 20 minutes, but most of that's been music. There's a few people watching. And we'll try and add more and more things as we just check that all the cameras are working. I switched that one off. Desktop. Wide view. Okay. Well, we'll cut it off right then. And yeah, stay safe. All the people all you guys up in Queensland, make sure you stay away from the fires. It's terrible at the moment in Australia. It's smoke everywhere. And death. And I just hope the government comes to the rescue. They've been a bit slack with the way they've dealt with the whole fire situation. And yeah, I'll see you guys around. Thank you very much. Good night.